Calcium and vitamin D are essential for bone healing if you've had a bone injury. So trying to get in adequate calcium, vitamin D, and all the other nutrients that are essential for bone health, like phosphorus and other nutrients that you find in milk and dairy foods, are going to be essential for building strong bones and helping them heal after injury, and then overall just creating a strong bone mineral density so that you hopefully don't experience injuries in the future. Welcome to the Sports Nutrition Playbook channel. I'm Amy Goodson, sports dietitian. And today I want to talk about the nutrients that are essential for bone injuries. We hate injury. We hope it never happens to you. But if you are to break a bone, fracture a bone, or experience a stress response inside the bone, it is essential that you're taking in the nutrients necessary to help it rebuild so that it can get stronger, faster, and get you back on the field, the court, or the course. So while lots of different nutrients come into play when we talk about injury, two of the key nutrients for bone health are calcium and vitamin D. Now, they go hand in hand together because without adequate vitamin D, you only absorb about 10 to 15% of the calcium that you take in. So it's the combination of both calcium and vitamin D that are essential for helping your bones grow, develop, and then build and rebuild, especially if they've been injured. So when we talk about calcium, it primarily comes in dairy foods like milk, cheese, and yogurt. You do find calcium in some other plant-based foods like green leafy vegetables, almonds, and calcium fortified foods. However, it's important to note that you have to consume a lot more of those in order to get the recommended amount of calcium. So for most of you that are aged 12 to 18, the recommended amount is anywhere from 1,100 to 1,300 milligrams of calcium a day. As you get older, that comes down a little bit, but when you're younger, you're developing bone, making calcium essential to consume on a regular basis. So you want to be consuming milk, cheese, and yogurt to get in your calcium. So ideally, we recommend 3 servings a day. I would say 3 to 4 servings a day to make sure that you're getting enough in. And the reality is, in order to get the amount of calcium that you get in 3 cups of milk, you would have to consume 10 cups of spinach or kale. That's a lot, and most of you are never going to do that, surely not on a daily basis. So milk, cheese, and yogurt can be a really fantastic way and delicious way to help you get in the calcium that you need, as well as provide your body with high quality protein to help with the other muscle building, rebuilding, and or any other tissue development that you might have going on when we're talking about healing from an injury. So I can hear you in your head saying, what if I'm lactose intolerant and can't drink milk? Well, the good news is that there are lots of lactose-free options on the market. So some athletes will mistakenly tell me they're allergic to milk, and what they mean is that they're lactose intolerant. So maybe milk or yogurt or ice cream makes their stomach hurt, makes you have negative side effects like gas, bloating, cramping, diarrhea, all those not good things. And if that is you, what that typically means is that you are experiencing lactose intolerance, meaning that your body does not do a good job of breaking down lactose, which is milk sugar. That means you probably lack or don't make enough of lactase, which is the enzyme that breaks it down. But the good news is that there are lactose-free milks out there. There is lactose-free yogurt and a lot of different cheeses that are considered natural or harder cheeses are also very low in lactose, like less than 0.1%. So cheeses like cheddar, Swiss, Colby Jack, Asiago, Parmesan, and even mozzarella are going to be very, very low in lactose. Some of the creamier, softer cheeses like brie, Gouda, ricotta, those might be a little bit higher in lactose. So sticking to those all natural, more, I would say, harder cheeses are often going to be your best bet. But that allows people with lactose intolerance to still get the nutrients that dairy provides, including calcium, as well as vitamin D. Now, maybe you're telling me I don't like dairy foods, like I don't like milk, I don't like cheese, or I don't like yogurt. In that case, it would be essential for you to consume a calcium citrate supplement. Note that I said calcium citrate, not calcium carbonate. We know that calcium citrate is about 80 to 85% better absorbed than calcium carbonate. So if you are out at the grocery store or the supplement shop, or wherever you are looking, you would want to look for calcium citrate plus vitamin D. So I mentioned vitamin D is essential for calcium absorption. So vitamin D is actually a hormone in your skin that's activated by the sun. So way back in the day, when people used to work outside all the time, all day long, they were activating that vitamin D. But the reality is most of us are inside during the day, or you wear sunscreen, or you have on long sleeves and you're not able to really activate that vitamin D via sunlight. Typically, in order to get adequate vitamin D via sunlight, you have to be outside with most of your skin exposed to the sun for about 15 to 20 minutes in the boldest, brightest part of the sun day, which is when many of you are in school and at practice. So that may not always be the best. So if you are not in the sun at that time, or if you have darker skin, that makes it harder to activate vitamin D, or you live in areas that are darker more often, depending on the time of the year, it's probably essential that you are getting in your vitamin D from milk and other fortified foods that have vitamin D, but likely going to be taking a vitamin D supplement. If you have never had your vitamin D tested, I would encourage you to do that next time you head to a physical or to your doctor, just to ensure that you have adequate levels. Because if you have a deficiency in vitamin D, not only can it affect your bone development, growth, and healing, but it can also have a lot of factors associated with fatigue, other sources of injury. There's a vitamin D cell receptor on every cell in your body, making it very important. So taking vitamin D as a supplement surely won't hurt you, but if you have a deficiency, you would need to have a higher dose. So asking your doctor to run that vitamin D test would be really important to ensure that you're getting in enough to help absorb that calcium. So going back to what I said, calcium and vitamin D are essential for bone healing if you've had a bone injury. Now, what's interesting is that girls develop 90% of their bone by age 19 and boys by age 22. So if you are a youth, teen, or college athlete, you are still putting on bone, which means you want to maximize the amount of bone that you can put on, because by the time you get to around age 30, that's it. That's all you're ever going to have. And then you're just working to maintain bone mineral density. So trying to get in adequate calcium, vitamin D, and all the other nutrients that are essential for bone health, like phosphorus and other nutrients that you find in milk and dairy foods, are going to be essential for building strong bones and helping them heal after injury, and then overall just creating a strong bone mineral density so that you hopefully don't experience injuries in the future. So calcium and vitamin D, ideally in 3 servings of dairy a day. If you need to take it in a supplement form, consider taking calcium citrate with vitamin D. And if you need help, you can visit our website, thesportsnutritionplaybook.com. We have a supplement shop that has these various vitamins and minerals on our supplement shop page, and you can get 15% off, and if the order is over $50, it's free shipping. So trying to help athletes, we have all third-party tested supplements on our page. So that's a great way. If you need a supplement in the form of calcium or vitamin D, we can help, but the goal is to fuel up with calcium, vitamin D, specifically through dairy foods, to help create and maintain strong bones for growth, development, and healing.